Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your man Jay. Thanks for tuning in. This is episode 20. It's actually episode 24 of the art department. I got to still listen to 23. Episode 24 of the art department. What is the art department? We hang out, we draw, we work on stuff, and we share it with you guys. So I want to appreciate you guys for joining me here. Hockey, he's here, but he's also back there. We'll go ahead and bring everybody out, and we'll just start shooting the breeze, man. So in order of appearance in the back room, let's go ahead and bring out Jason Bascom. Jason, how you doing, sir?
Technically, I'm second because I accidentally left and came back.
Yeah, but you were here first, and then you left, and then you came back.
This is true. I'm okay. I'm actually unprepared. I have to set up still.
Okay, no problem. We'll just bring in hockey to kill time.
Well, I could just turn my camera off and go do it. I'm just still making sure that it's on I don't see it on my channel.
Okay.
I'm trying to simulcast this. So if you're watching on my channel, oh, there it is. If you're watching on my channel, click the link in the description below and go over to JBot's channel and click subscribe.
Yeah. Come on by. The water's fine.
Yeah.
Come on down,
Mr. Hockey. How you doing, sir?
I am doing all right. I'm just doing a bit of gesture drawing to warm myself up. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I've been okay. I'm looking forward to a 3-day weekend, so that's exciting.
Awesome.
And well, it's even more exciting than the 4-day weekend I had last week.
Oh,
because that was all preparing for Christmas. So each day I was busy, like cleaning and cooking, and so so for 2 days or 3 days basically I was busy. But this weekend I don't have anything, so it's great.
Nice. That's cool. How was your holiday? Do you celebrate Christmas?
Yeah. Like I celebrate the Santa Claus side of it.
Yeah, he's anti-Jesus.
He was a vampire.
He was not a vampire, Hockey.
It was. So yeah, it was good. It was a lovely day. Had good food, good present. I'm so excited. I wasn't expecting it. I got a Lego, but it's the Ecto one from the third one. So it's got the rust spots on it, but it's huge. Like it's. Okay, I've got to try and convert it to feet, but I would say it's 40 centimeters, so over a foot long, so maybe 1.5 feet.
Pretty big.
Long, the whole car. It's huge.
That's what she said.
Hey-o.
Yeah. So I've been slowly putting together. It came to the box. You know, these days now they separate them into sections, so you pull out one bag and do that part, and then you move on to the next part and you pull out the second bag. And, this has got 12 bags in it. So 12 sections. And each of those sections, it seems to be taking over an hour to put together. So
Oh, geez.
it's great.
Well, that's good. You got your you get your money's worth or time's worth out of those. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, they are expensive. So.
I saw a transforming Optimus Prime one.
Oh
nice. Yes.
And if I was into Legos, that probably would have won. I think it was like $175.
Yeah.
And I saw it like last month. So apparently, like they had it in the back, and then they I guess it like got mixed up and stuff, and then they were cleaning out the back and they found it, so they brought it out. So like when it was brought out, like they don't even make it anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, if I was into Legos, this would be perfect. But then I got no place to put them. It's that's my only issue. So that's why I kind of stay away from them, because I don't want to get addicted to them.
It is addictive too. I wanted to get the Voltron. They made Voltron with the cats, and you can actually pull the cats apart and have them as the cats.
Oh, that's cool.
And then put it together as Voltron.
Oh man.
So
That's awesome.
and that one's you can find it on eBay for for $1,000, but it was like $300 when it came out,
Yeah.
or $200 when it came out. So, these bloody scalpers, they buy them and then sell them at a stupid price.
Yeah. Yeah. My buddy does that. He's not a scalper. He'll like put them together, and then when he gets sick of them, he keeps the boxes and everything, and then he'll just kind of break them apart to throw them on eBay and sell them.
Sell it, yeah.
But he'll usually keep them for a while and have them on his shelves and stuff. That's this thing him and his wife do. They'll put Legos together and stuff. It's kind of like their hangout activity. No, Jason.
Bye, Jason.
Bye. Now he's gonna be third. Third to show up.
But how was your Christmas? What have you been up to?
Good. We kind of, it's kind of the same thing, kind of running around all the time. So Saturday we had family over. Sunday we went to a friend's house, which was our Christmas Eve. And then Christmas Day we ended up going to another family member's house. So it's kind of like usually Christmas Day we just hang out, eat breakfast casserole in our PJs, and usually play video games. It's kind of what we do, but we didn't get to do that this year. So it kind of felt like going, not really much of a break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're hoping this weekend we'll be able to kind of chill out. I got tons of art books. Like it's pretty dang cool how many art books, like tons of Disney art books and stuff. I got this. My mother-in-law got me this Oswald Lucky Rabbit art book.
Oh, nice.
That's really cool, and it talks about like the lost cartoons, but also talks about like how they drew them and title cards and stuff like that. So that's a really sweet one.
Awesome.
That's a cool. You guys can.
That's cool.
I got a Jungle Book one. I got one that's like about like the 70s and 80s art. So they talk about like rescuers, Robin Hood, Aristocats, stuff like that. All types of things like that. I feel like I got like two more. Like I got tons of books, and it was awesome.
That's fantastic.
But we do have another guest in the back. We're gonna bring him on. First time actually being on the show. Let's hope it works this time. Mr. Stat Zero, what's going on, bud?
Oh my
I feel like you're talking about those Drew as They Please books. Is that what you're talking about? Hi, guys.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Great books.
So I got those. I got another one on like Walt Disney Archives, about the film archives.
Yep. I got a few of those.
I got a Jungle Book one.
Yep, got that.
I got tons of art, Disney art books. It's dope. I'm so stoked to sit down and go through them. So how was your holiday, Mr. Stat Zero?
It's good. It's real good. Quiet. I like them quiet.
Yep.
Just like my women.
Just like your women, quiet. How was yours, Jason?
It was good, man. It was good. It was early, is what it was. So everybody woke up at 9 o'clock. Apparently, I'm like, why? Why do you hate life?
My daughter, I had to be like, hey, sweetie, it's like time to get up. Santa came. It was like 9:30. Like the one day she decides to sleep in, she's always up at 7. This time she's like, nah, I'm okay. I was like, all right, cool.
Nice.
Excellent. I was up at 4:30, 5 o'clock, because I was putting on a brisket and I wanted it to be ready for lunch. So and it has to cook by 8 to 10 hours. So that was that was pretty intense.
he had brisket tea.
Brisket.
I take it you like to cook, Hockey, right? Because you're always cooking something.
I'm always cooking. I do like to cook. So I like food. So
Hey, more, what's up, bud?
More.
Take a link if it's cool. I don't know if we're following each other. Let's see. In worst case, I'll shoot you the link. Hockey, what are you working on before we
I'm just warming up at the moment.
just warming up?
Yeah, more of it's
really bad gesture drawings.
I don't think more knows. It's on JBot's channel. I'm simulcasting more, so it's actually on JBot. So I'm not hosting, JBot is. So if you click the link in the top of the chat, it'll take you to the stream that JBot is hosting. You can
good stuff.
subscribe.
Oh, it's Mrs. Good Stuff.
Hey, Mrs. Good
what's up,
Stuff.
everybody?
Hello. Yeah, see, I'm already getting more people on here, so thanks for sharing that, Jason. That's awesome.
Hey, you're welcome.
So you're doing gestures. I'm gonna draw a trailer that sells pies. So this is the so this is one of my characters from the Steampunk Willie book that I'm working on. This is Elfun Van Strudels, and he sells pies, and he's the elephant.
Nice.
So I gotta draw here. I'm gonna draw his little pie shack, and he's going to be a very integral part to the story. So
Very cool.
Exit solo there. Stat, you gonna be doing any drawing today, or just gonna hang out and chill?
I'll probably do a good night sketch. My
Nice.
normal ones.
Nice little cool down.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love those.
but I'd have to like share my screen, and then you can pop it on and off as you
Yeah,
need
that's
to
fine.
if you're gonna look at that.
Yeah, it'll work. He can do that.
I'll go ahead and throw that up real quick here. Edwin, what's up, man? Thanks for coming by.
Peace.
Make sure you guys check out Bloodbone.
Hello.
Fun My Comic. That one has the Shelby Robinson. Robertson, right? Shelby Robinson.
Yeah, it's
Shelby.
fine.
What a hack.
The Shelby cover.
He's a hack.
He's a hack.
Always sharing stuff. Always popping by, man. We love it over here at the art
Yeah,
department.
Edwin's good.
Appreciate you.
Shelby's a hack.
All right, let's see.
If he wasn't a hack, he'd be here.
I don't think he has ever come around here. Shocky.
That's why he's a hack.
I've sent him the link. If he asks for it, I'll send it to him.
I don't know if he's still alive.
Oh, who?
Yeah.
Edwin?
Oh, Shelby.
Shelby.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I was
I
talking
think,
about Shelby.
I think he's dead. He's with ink spots.
You think
Oh,
he's a
no.
zombie now?
Shelby's a
Big
zombie
fan
now,
of
just like
Stato's Good
Jesus.
Morning and Good Night sketches. Yeah.
Oh, hey, thanks, Mrs. Good Stuff. Appreciate you. Very kind.
Shelby.
Shelby. Yeah, shoot anyone you want the link, dude. That's up to you.
I gotta get used to this StreamYard now.
And anyone but Jason.
Anyone but hey.
Too late.
Oh.
Hey.
Not send it to Plagal, just so he's got something else to complain about.
Well, he's in the group. He's in the art group.
Yeah, no. He won't come on. It's your own fault, Plagal.
Or he'll come on like when I'm ready to wrap up. He's like, "Hey, what's
Yeah,
going on, guys?" It's like, "Oh,
we
Dan,
love-
I'm
We
falling
love
asleep."
Plagal.
He might
Plagal's
also
been he's been streaming a bit lately too, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he might
Yeah,
also be
I'm glad
with,
he's doing that. He deserves more of a following. The guy, he's a cool dude and a great artist.
He is. Yes.
Checks out. Yeah, he might be.
I don't want to draw that pose. Skip. Skip. I think I'm done drawing poses.
Trying to figure this
You're done
out.
drawing?
Yep,
Gotcha.
I quit. Quit.
Get out the bungee cords hockey.
That's it. Back it up.
Back it up.
Here it is. Okay. Where?
Okay, I'll see if I can.
Boom.
See if this
The link should be sent.
Let's see if this will work. Turn on your
Let's draw a
stupid.
pie tray.
Oh, there we go. Where's my camera?
Pie trailer. I think I got eight or 9 pages for Bearzerker done, so I'm
Oh
stoked
wow!
about.
How many pages is
That,
it total?
That's gonna be 12, just a little ash
You're
can.
almost done.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah, is good. Is Mrs. Good Stuff still there?
Might be.
Okay.
And on JBot
Let's see.
I just
Let's
sent
see
you
if there's
the
a
link.
word.
I
The
just
camera's
sent you the
not.
link.
Camera's not the best, but we'll see. Okay. Goodness.
What's
Mrs.
happening,
Good Stuff.
Hockey?
I'm trying to see what I'm going to draw.
Oh.
Okay, I should make these a bit thicker. So bear with me, Mrs. Good Stuff. I'll just make these thicker so it's easier to see them on screen.
What? Are you drawing Mrs. Good Stuff? Is that why you
Phantom.
No, I'll just hold your horses.
I don't have any horses. I'm poor.
Well, that's because you didn't hold them, and they've all run away. You should have held them.
You didn't have any to begin with. I'm poor. I'm poor Ohio boy.
I also got the Oswald DVD set.
Oswald, the guy who shot Kennedy?
No, that'd be different. Different
Did
Oswald.
he really shoot Kennedy though?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did he? Do you think maybe there was a
Somebody did, obviously.
Well, obviously somebody did. His head went back into the left, but do you think the CIA did it?
I remember watching one video on that, and they're saying that they went to shoot back and they shot Kennedy instead by accident.
Nah.
Yeah, dude, I heard
that'd be the
like a
government for
Secret
ya.
Service. Yeah, his Secret Service trip. But that was one of the things. I think I might have seen that too. But
Like they came in and snatched the body up. Like, listen, man, we can't know Johnson is the one who shot Kennedy. Pies. I think I kind of dark for an art department stream.
what, the Kennedy assassination?
Yeah.
Okay, we won't talk about that. We don't want the Secret Service after you.
Orb says he clicked the link and he's here.
Oh. I don't see him.
No. I think he clicked the link for your channel, and now he's on your channel.
Oh, I sent you a message on Twitter, Morb, with the link. So I DM'd you. So you might have to
Check your
accept it or
DMs,
something.
Morb.
Yeah. I'm here. Oswald was exactly what he said he was, a patsy and a doofus. Hey, Morb, you made it, man. What's up, bud?
What up, guys? Hold on, let me close everything out. Got really confusing there. You guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Cool. What's up, fellas?
What's going on? Nice.
Oh, just hanging out, working
Yeah,
on a
I
little
can see.
writing.
Should
I
make
can't draw like you guys can, but someday I will. I will draw. I'll do a draw stream. And when I show it at the end, it'll be fucking hilarious.
And then you can fire a loop.
Should the gag be, should I do pies with an S or pies with a Z?
Ooh.
Make it a Z. I like the Z.
Z. Let's make it a Z.
Or a Z.
A Z. You guys make it sound fancy.
Make it a Z.
A Z? Okay, got it.
Isn't that just a Z?
Pie Zeds.
No, I think Z is Z in Australia, isn't it?
Yes, it
He's
is.
a Men in Black character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
Z is yeah. Why do you want Men in Black in your? You know, hockey's trying to get you copyright
Hey,
strike.
listen, man, I'll take whatever sells the book.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll put Will Smith in the book. It'll be cool. Be fine.
Chris Rock will slap it right out of your hand. It's the opposite of what happened, but still.
Terrible. Terrible blue. Let's go black. Let's go.
No, because if I put a cherry on top, it looks more like a cupcake.
Yeah, it looks like a cupcake if you put a cherry on it.
We gotta do like the little pie holes at the top.
You like little slits. I
Yeah.
had pie. I had pie out there actually.
So what story is this for?
So this is I'm doing a after I do the Bearzerker ash can, I'm gonna do just a normal floppy of a. It's gonna be an Oswald Lucky Rabbit story, but it's not gonna be called. He's not gonna be called Oswald. And it's gonna be, instead of Steamboat Willie, it's gonna be Steampunk Willie.
Oh yeah, you showed that the other night on Luke's channel.
Yeah,
yeah. It was actually unhinged.
It was on topic.
Ooh, let's see.
Okay.
Arthur Brown, the Uncanny Kodiak. Damn, dude, I'm so glad you're on. I'm drunk, depressed, and trying to throw some art. Damn, I need some friendly voices.
Nice.
Well, I mean, he's like, wait, where's Unhinged?
No. Arthur,
he's simulcasting.
Yeah.
He's doing my loser ass a favor, and he's simulcasting the art department. We stream here every Thursday, 10 p.m. It's an art stream. Yeah, man. If you're depressed, dude, you wanna sling some art, bro. Like, if you're on Twitter, jbot_art, shoot me a message. I'll allow it to come by. I'll shoot you the link, man. You can come hang out, dude.
J-Bot, make me big for a moment.
Make me big.
This is good stuff.
Yeah.
So, I need you to choose from space, urban, alien, or nature.
Ooh,
Yeah,
good stuff. Space,
Okay.
urban, alien, or nature?
Yeah.
Go with
Hey, Bugaboo. What you doing,
Space.
Ooh, what's it gonna be? Space, urban, alien, nature.
go space.
What's she gonna do? What's she gonna choose? If she's still here. Let's hope she's still here.
Guess she might have already left. She's like, this is boring. I'm going.
Oh no. What shall we do?
This is my microphone. Do you want to say hi to my buddies? Okay, hold on for a second.
Hello, tiny human.
I know. Okay.
Exit
If Mrs.
that.
Good Stuff isn't still there, then we'll go with who else is in the chat?
Change it. That's the one thing
Yeah.
I miss on Melon, is that you could
Who
have
was
two
here
cameras
early?
at once.
Who was here?
You have what?
Is
You could have two
Edwin still
cameras
here?
at once.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Are you still here,
Is he
Edwin?
still here?
Who are you looking for? Fanta's wondering. Okay, come.
I
here,
was
come
looking
over
for
here.
Mrs. Good Stuff, but she's not here
You're
anymore.
using the microphone right now, sweetie.
Yes. Hello, tiny humans.
Using it right now.
I'm not an artist though.
Screw that down.
Hello, little.
I'm a
Say
writer.
hello. You can say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Everybody, you can't
Hello.
hear him. Everybody's saying hi. You should be going to bed. That's what you ought to be doing. You want to tell everybody good night?
Good night.
Crikey, you should be going to bed.
They say good night.
Okay, Edwin's not here either. Who was next?
Everybody bounces back and forth. This makes this.
Well, okay, we'll get
So-
Fanta then. Fanta.
Fanta.
Okay, Fanta. Alien, nature. She can't read it, so I'll have to read it out for her. Space, alien, nature, or urban?
Dude, I love this little robot you're drawing. Stan.
Well,
It's so
who
cool.
gets the choice?
Fanta.
Fanta. Okay.
Yeah, fantastic. Cool.
Do we vote on it?
Nope.
It's all up to
Fanta,
Fanta
come on,
now.
Fanta.
I choose space, but
Space
Nature.
Ghost.
Nature. Okay, next. Your next choices are with a vehicle, with a vehicle, a heroic pose, an alter ego, or a mundane activity. So vehicle, heroic, alter, or mundane.
Fanta.
yeah, vehicles are really hard to pass up.
And I'm really hoping she does. I don't really want to draw a vehicle in 30 minutes, so. But we'll see.
Depends on the vehicle.
Alter,
If it's a-
alter ego. Okay.
If it was a scooter, that would have been easy.
ALTER, and your colors are brown, red, blue, or green.
Sounds
Yes.
like my shit.
The answer is yes.
I don't know who's underneath. But,
Who's underneath
I'm
who?
sorry.
Brown, red, blue, or green? Green. Okay. So we have nature with an alter ego, and it is Batman. Okay. Batman's alter ego in nature.
Oh,
Let's do
Bruce
it.
Wayne.
Let's do it.
Hmm.
Okay. Need a new page. Let's switch this over. Batman. So Bruce Wayne
So,
in nature.
Bruce Wayne camping.
What would Bruce Wayne be like when he's out in the wilderness?
Ever vigilant.
Ever vigilant. No, he might be spelunking.
Yeah, it could be spelunking.
Mm.
Should we watch
Rock
out for
climbing.
forest fires?
Mm. Okay. Let's set a timer for myself as well. See if I can get this done in. How quickly I can get it done. Where's my phone?
You gotta draw it with your phone.
He was
Oh,
going
that's
to put a
cool.
timer on my phone, you knob.
Wow! Whoa!
You
Language
know.
hack.
Hey, check it. Keep the language, guys.
Yeah. Language hockey. Oh, hockey. Always seeing
I'm gonna
bad
show off my little
words
pie
in
check.
Australian.
Have you guys not been on topic list? Hockey is.
Different channel. Different show.
I gotta make this brighter. This little pie shack. I can't zoom in anymore, unfortunately.
What do you mean you can't zoom in anymore?
This is as far as I can zoom in on this camera. Like, whoa. Make it
You gonna get a new camera now?
The thing is so cool. I think Ethan would love that.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is EBS. I'll just pick it up, put it closer. That should help. It's loose. Pies. There you go, little pie shack.
I know Ink Spots has been sick, so he may not be here.
Exit solo. Let's see. I'm gonna make you big for a second, Jason. See what you're working on.
I'm trying to work on a turtle piece.
Toidles. Toidles
Yeah.
sell.
Keep screwing up though.
That's the only stuff I sold in the one art auction. I drew Ninja Turtle stuff and it sold.
Dude, Luke did a killer turtle piece the other night.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, this is for guys at the comic shop. Commissioned me a while ago. But he wants me to color it too and everything, so I'm like, I kind of put
Vantis is Nature Calls. Could do that one.
Is that why she picked nature?
I don't know. But that's not what I've
Bruce
come
Wayne taking a bush wee.
Bushy, bushy.
Well, there's probably an audience for it. Not me, but
Been liking your streams lately, Stato.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I like that you're doing them.
Yeah, that's my favorite, man, to be honest.
Oh, that's very kind.
I like draw streams too, so kind of biased. I was watching David Finch earlier.
I got some
Ooh.
markers.
Oh, you got the Shelby recommended markers.
I found out from Jazza was talking about how like they're way cheaper than Copics, but you get brighter colors.
Oh yes, yeah. You can. I think they're almost exclusive to Amazon, aren't they?
I don't know, but that's where my wife got them from. Though
Yeah.
she didn't give me the brush tip, but I guess I'll forgive her.
Divorcer.
Well, they don't make a brush tip.
Really?
Well, not in those cheap packets. No.
Oh, they only make a chisel tip.
Yeah, I mean she got me the 60.
Are those alcohol markers?
Yeah.
Can you refill them like you can Prismacolor with like 90 proof alcohol?
I have no idea.
I don't
Because
think they're
like with
refillable.
Prismacolor, you can yank off the chisel and then pop out or just take a eyedropper, put like 90 proof alcohol in there, isopropyl alcohol, and it'll recharge it.
Oh wow.
I don't think they're refillable because they're so cheap, but they're so comparable and they're so cheap that it really doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like $60 for 120 colors.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
jeez.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Dude.
You're like, cool,
They're
man.
Crazy
Like
affordable.
Kelsey
Yeah.
Shannon prices.
Yeah.
The only ones I honestly would worry
logo.
about refilling would probably be like the gray ones, like grayscale ones or something like that. But I got Copics for those. But I got their fine liner pens. And besides the 05 being dry as a bone out of the package, they seem to work pretty good.
I know Shelby was talking about. It was on a, I think it was on a random stream that I did.
Ooh, a little bird told me it's your birthday, Jason. Is it?
I didn't say a thing.
Nope. And I know you didn't stat out there to tell you.
Maji-chan, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. It's always nice to see you.
Today is not my birthday.
So how much can you spend on art supplies? Because it seems like there's all kinds of different tools for every type of thing. And when I talk to Luke, it's like he's doing a this for a this or that for that. It just...
It depends what you want to do. Really, I mean, honestly, all you really need is a pencil and eraser, and maybe like a set of multi-liners that you can get for like $8, and maybe whatever paper, maybe like a pad of paper. Especially if you go, usually I feel like they're always on sale at like Michael's or Hobby Lobby for like $4 or $5 or something like that. It all depends what you want to do, man.
Yeah. I think Ethan had this video to get everything you need for like $100 at Michael's, and it was really informative. And again, he's a pro, and okay, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna get this, so you need this, and that was pretty good. But then when you get to inks, but a lot of that was just mainly pencils and paper.
Well, I think you included some Faber-Castells in that one too. That was the first Ethan video I seen. Was that one, and that one made me subscribe to him. And then I went to Hobby Lobby and bought all the same stuff. That's really all that you really need, unless you want to just get started. I mean, if you just want to get started and not even worry about that stuff, you just need a pencil, paper, and eraser, a decent eraser, sharpener. I mean, it's all.
Well, what if you want to get into inks and colors and that sort of thing? I mean, that's a whole nother, because I talked ink. Luke does my inking, and I'm doing a number 3 nib, and then I'm doing a black wash on this, and I'm doing, it's like, I'm ignorant, so I was like, okay, whatever works, Look,
Get some cheap stuff until you know what you're doing, and then move it up to the more expensive. If you're of course, you might be really good with that cheap stuff and not want to decide to move on. Like I said, Kelsey, he uses like Walmart style watercolors and pulls out some amazing stuff with like $3 watercolor sets, and other people are getting $50 ones, and makes it easier to screw up too.
It's kind of like, because I'm a guitar player, so I started on like a Chinese Stratocaster, which I still have, and I've upgraded, and I put new pick. I use that as my how do I upgrade a guitar? So I took that apart, and then I bought better guitars, but I learned on my learner guitar and learned how to solder and do stuff like that.
It's easier to screw up on paper that's not like $1.50 a sheet.
I love printer paper.
That'll work.
I love printer paper. Like
I just get some.
I try to get like
110-pound cardstock.
No, but it's just fascinating to me because, again, I'm not an artist. I did take an art class here and there in high school and whatnot, but I'm more of a writer. Mercenary Guild, if you haven't heard of it, that's what Luke's working on. And
yes,
when I see you guys, doing the stuff you're doing, and then you start talking about certain tools and inks and things that you use, it's just fascinating to me how it's just almost endless, the amount of like where would you even start? But I guess you have to know how to draw, and that helps. And then. But it's cool to me. But sometimes my eyes glaze over when they're talking about their, inks or nibs or whatever. But it is fascinating to the amount of tools out there for drawing. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah. Hey, Abra, what's going on?
Hello. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah. We sure. I just was waiting for more to be quiet for a second so I could say hey.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
No. We love hearing your stories. So awesome. Great to see everyone here tonight. How's it going?
All right. How was your holiday?
Oh, it was good. My knees are a little bit sore, and we weren't sure we were going to make it back on Christmas Eve, but everything worked out. Lots of flights were canceled, but we still made it. So, yes. So we were home for Christmas, and it was good. I liked it.
That's awesome. Let's see. Let me post a link to.
Been posting some good reviews and videos there.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, that I actually read the first part of Graveyard Shift on the plane heading out to Colorado. Finished the rest up in the condo unit, and it was. I was like, I had to put it down for a second and go, whoa.
Yeah, I heard you saying that. Like,
yeah.
That was a good review.
Oh, thank you. So, what are you guys working on tonight?
Well,
Jay?
okay. Why don't we start with hockey since he's up in the upper left-hand corner? We'll go around the clock.
Oh, nice.
What was I doing again? It's Batman in nature, and it's his alter ego. That's what it was. Okay, yes.
Batman in nature. All right.
Bruce Wayne in the woods.
I gotcha. Has he found the Batcave yet? Is he pre-Batcave or post?
I'm thinking this is pre-Batcave. So.
Okay. Very cool.
Still looking angry.
Yeah, he's got that kind of intense going on. Piercing gaze.
Yes.
Oh, I guess I'm next. So this
Nice.
is doing concepts for my Steamboat Willie comic.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna be doing. So this is Elephant Van Strudel, and he makes the pies at Podunk Port Town. And so I'm drawing his little pie shack here.
Is he meant to tribute anyone in particular?
He is.
We think we know. He's gonna pee his pants when he sees that.
Yeah, it's a striking resemblance. I'm just gonna say.
Right? I took a picture of him. Like I pulled up a picture, and I was like, okay, kind of a scraggly goatee. Let's give him beady eyes, and we'll make him an elephant.
I like it.
There we go. I was thinking pig for a minute, but then like the whole cancel pig stuff started happening.
Oh yeah.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
no.
I don't
Elephants are happy. They're wise. Kind of powerful.
Well, also
creatures.
he actually. I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm
Oh
sorry.
no, go ahead.
He actually talked about how he wanted to use the word elephant in something, and he couldn't use it because of trademark. So that's kind of been a thing. So.
Yeah, I think if he could do like a weird spelling or something, like a weird variation on that, he could, maybe circumvent the trademark thing.
Mm-hmm. Or even do Ethan Van Skyvers.
And
Bearzerker does exist, but it's going to be Jay Vasquez.
I'm working on a turtle commission.
ooh,
So, see if I don't screw this one up. So, I did one before and I didn't like it, so I was like, I'm redrawing it, dude. So.
I like it. I actually have J-Bot's turtles, that the two pieces that I won at the auction. I have them up on my wall right now. Behind me is so boring. All my cool stuff is where I can look at it. But
well, that's what matters.
Yeah, my husband's boring stuff is behind me. That's why I usually do the green screen. But I just didn't feel like setting it up tonight. So
that's cool. Fanta says you make great videos, not unprofessional.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We like your videos, Fanta. It's okay.
Status? What's
What's up?
Sure, status.
I'm doing one of my nightly sketches, my good night sketches to everybody.
Yeah.
I look forward to your morning sketches. Those are
thank you.
always fun. The motivational, they kind of get my day started.
I appreciate that. Thanks.
God, that looks so fun.
It's a good habit to have because he's like, I have to draw at least 2 drawings a day.
Yeah,
Gotta.
yeah. Keep the skills sharp and everything. Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
anything else. You gotta
It looks
keep
so
at it.
fun. And look, he's inking legs.
The murder bot, is that anything like the kill bots from that one movie from the 80s where the robots were in the mall, shopping mall?
Oh,
I remember Shopping Mall.
Oh yeah,
Great flick.
jeez. Kind of forget about that.
Nice.
I never saw it.
Sometime
It's a
I'm gonna
rec-
have to pop on here and do like an ugly doodle for you guys so you can make fun of me.
We wouldn't make fun.
I'm not
make
making
fun
fun
of
of you.
Yeah.
I drew once when I
That's
was
what
in
I was
grade
just-
school.
I know, that's what I was saying, is that I should do a draw stream on Topicless, and then when I show it up, it's like some stick figure falling downstairs. But I just didn't know if the other artists would be upset, like I'm mocking them.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
it's like what? I brought my A game.
No, yeah, exactly. I stink. I'm an author, not a writer, or not
The
a
point
artist.
of topic list is I encourage creativity as long as you're being creative in some way. I prefer
Yeah.
it. Yeah, drawing is the preferred method because I'm an artist. But like Shay will come on sometimes and start doing her cosplay stuff and getting that ready. Like as long as you're being creative, that's what my
Yeah,
channel is
that's
about.
cool. Make some stuff.
Yeah.
So how about you,
Yeah.
bro? You plan on doing any type of creative stuff? Any type of writing or anything? You thinking?
Well, the biggest thing I ever write are just my silly little scripts that I do for YouTube. But I do feel like I kind of scratched that creative itch by doing YouTube videos and everything.
Okay.
And kind of in the spirit of trying to get more reviews and more videos out there, I'm not really able to invest that much time into editing as I would like, but I figure it's more important to kind of get the message out there in most instances than, spend days and days and days just trying to make sure the edits work out just right.
Yeah.
Honestly,
the
that
point is
works
you're
out
making
for
something.
like your boy Zach. He
Yeah.
just he
He
just
puts the camera in front of the laptop and he's like, okay, back my new comic. There's this. Okay, here we go. And then does his review.
And then he's like, before he starts, I went and cut my grass today. but
Yeah,
I had to
yeah.
do
You ever
these
have that
weeds
issue
and-
where you cut and then the bag doesn't catch all the grass, so you're still stuck blowing it? I hate when that happens. But anyway, let's talk about Mark Waid.
I usually fast forward to
Yeah,
15 minutes of this video.
Well, thanks for
Later.
stopping by, Maji Chan. Appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by.
I'm
Why not?
working on. Oh, okay.
Red Dress Press. Hey, what's going
Hey,
on?
what's
Thanks
up,
for
Chris?
stopping by. Appreciate
What's
you.
funny is that my publisher, Brian at Shattermere Comics, talks exactly like your boy Zach. I swear to God, I've told him you should just start a YouTube channel and just. I'm your boy Zach. He doesn't cough, but he talks Zach like with all the pauses and all that. Well, and we're doing art reviews every 2 weeks with Luke, and he'll hem-haw, and they'll be like, well, this guy looks a little too emaciated, or this, it's just, I'm cracking up. I have to mute my mic just to...
Yeah, like
Because
the cough button, but you're muting because you're laughing.
Yeah, because he sounds exactly... He literally, if he came in this stream, you would think he was Zach.
Like a
I
doppelganger.
swear to God.
Have you guys by chance seen any of the South Park specials that are on like Paramount? You might be able to catch them online or whatever. But
I've heard about the recent one.
they had the one with Cred, and so Randy, he's like, because he hears about the art teacher in South Park High School. She's making like $15,000 a week on her OnlyFans page. So he decides to do an OnlyFans page, and he just has this like little like peen hanging out there, and it's just hilarious. But he busts out when he starts his video. He's like, "Hey guys, it's your boy Randy," and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like how many YouTubers say it's your boy? Like I don't know. I was wondering if maybe somehow the South Park people heard one of Zach's videos.
There's no doubt. There's no. I mean, yeah.
They know all about Kathleen Kennedy, all the
they
woke
put-
stuff. So.
They put Doomcock in She-Hulk. You know, there's no doubt about it.
Oh wow, I missed those episodes. Oh my god.
Yeah, they put basically a Doomcock doppelganger in She-Hulk.
They were making fun of what's his name, that the one that boxes, the one YouTuber that was really popular, and then he tried to do boxing matches.
Jake Paul. Or,
Yes.
yeah,
Hey, Angela.
he's actually doing very well in boxing.
Hey,
Dang.
Angela.
Yeah, Jake is doing good. The older brother, whatever. Who's the
Or,
older
or whatever, one of those Pauls. They're actually doing very well in boxing. It's
Yeah.
a lot of boxing enthusiasts are kind of peeing their pants, like, you know, they want to say F these guys, but
Right.
they're coming up with wins, man. So okay.
Well, I mean, if the kind of money they must have been raking in, surely they could afford, good trainers. And I think that's what you need. I mean, obviously, you have to have like kind of a little bit of ingrained talent there, but if you have,
the courage, you got to have the courage to get in there, you know, and,
to get hit in the face.
I respect anybody who puts on gloves and gets in the ring. So
Yeah.
you know,
I wouldn't want to be hit in the face.
I think they were saying
Jolly
they were
Green,
kinda,
hey.
They were kind of crediting him to kind of bringing boxing back. There was kind of a lull for him.
yeah, I mean,
Well, everyone went into MMA. I was watching that like crazy about 15 years ago, but I think all the people I used to watch are probably retired by now.
Yeah.
And
I
if
like
I
it
could
was
interject
more,
for
it
1
was
minute,
more
if,
counterculture then too.
Yeah.
if
You know, where
if
now
you're
it's like-
watching,
Actually, my old college roommate was a pioneer in MMA named Paul Varlins, and he died 2 years ago from COVID.
Oh my God. I'm
Yeah,
sorry
you
about
probably
that.
saw he was Polar Bear. If you saw those old, he fought Tank Abbott, he fought a lot of people, and he had a 4-4 record in the UFC, and it was the early days. But we lost touch around '97. And he kind of big timed me and the rest of the San Jose State friends who kind of hung around him. And then I got an email like when COVID came out before the vaccine, before any of that stuff, and he died
Oh my God.
in mid-January, probably 2 years ago. So,
That's crazy. I'm
he
so
was-
sorry to hear that.
yeah, I mean, I lost touch with him, so it's too bad. But I think he was like 52 or something. But he was like 6'8", 300 pounds. You know?
Yeah, I really like the UFC now just kind of turned into, who can Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu better. But I like the premise before where it was you had a martial arts style and you kind of fought like that. I wish the rules would have required you to fight under the style that you trained. I think that would have been interesting for a while.
Yeah.
Like you had the guys that look like old Milwaukee, like beer fart truckers, and then they were just going to use their brute strength.
like a Tank Abbott.
Yeah.
We actually have something like that called bare knuckle fighting, and you can look for it on YouTube. And there's even female, and they cut it's bare knuckle fighting.
Oh, that just sounds brutal.
Yeah, and it's nothing but just swing for the fences and cut the shit out of your faces, and it's just it's hilarious. Yeah, it's as brutal as it gets, and it really is what I want. I don't want to see two guys just rolling on the ground.
I'm not gonna lie, it starts looking a little like Greek Roman gay a little bit after a while. It's like I don't need to see your crotch, thrusting in the air multiple times. Let's
maybe
fight
you
here.
don't, Abra. Okay.
Speak for yourself. Come on.
No, it was funny because my brother's gay, and I was watching it, and he comes over and goes, "What the hell are you watching?" He's like, "This is too gay for me." Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know. Pretty soon, hopefully, they start hitting each other.
Yeah, they'll get there eventually. They just try to wear each other, break each other in first. I always wonder if they do shady stuff like eat a bunch of garlic and like beans and stuff before they get in there and just let it rip, just to punish the other guy.
No, the shady stuff is the performance enhancing drugs.
Yeah,
that's shit,
But they're all on it, so it's kind of evens the playing field in a way.
Yeah. I don't know. You were going around what we're all working on. So I'm an author. I wrote The Mercenary Guild, and you can find it themercenaryguild.com. You can get on the mailing list, and you get a free trading card drawn by Luke Aglietta of Sorceress Nicole. And so Luke is doing all my pencils and inks, and then we have a gentleman named Franklin Walk doing all the colors, and then Eric Weathers will be doing the letters.
Nice.
And, letterer extraordinaire. Seems
like
he does everyone's lettering.
Yeah, well, we got him. And so it comes out probably 2025, realistically. It's a 76-page book, and we got 6 pages colored right now. We got 8 pages inked. So depending on Luke, it really is going to go. But we're looking at a 2025 release, early 2025. We'll set up the campaign later next year for crowdfunding. But it's a fantasy epic. So when some people say Mercenary Guild, they think it's going to be Rambo. But it's more medieval Conan type stuff, fantasy, and I really think people will enjoy it.
Nice. I'll definitely be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
Jason, when's your absolute One Stormy Night?
Yeah, when's that coming out?
February 10th is the launch date on Red Valkyrie.
Nice.
1 p.m. Eastern.
Very nice.
There you go.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the story in the first two.
Thank you.
It was a real just a real pleasant read. I really enjoyed it.
I really appreciate it. And you were right. The second book was kind of rushed slightly. So,
yeah, I was getting into it. I'm like, yeah. And then all of a sudden I'm like, what? No, I want more.
I know, I'm sorry. It was because of page count. I had to fit it within the staple format, the saddle stitch format.
And like with my book, it's a 76. So we were going to release it in floppies, and still may, but probably not, because it works better as a volume, and it really is it's a complete adventure. So when you get to the end of it, it's not going to be wait for book 2 to find out if they beat the bad guy or that. It really is a character driven story, meaning that I really want you to connect with the characters, and there's going to be more adventures later on. Kind of what comics was based on. The reason why we bought Batman comics and Spider-Man comics is we bought them for the character. We didn't buy them for necessarily the plot. You know what I mean? Even if it was villain of the week, it was like, okay, cool. He fights the Sandman this week, and he fights the whatever, but the character development was always there in those comics, and that's, you got a connection to Bruce Wayne or Peter Parker or Ben Grimm or whatever, and I definitely wanted to hammer that home in my writing.
Right.
Is that I want you to connect to these characters in this world, because the town they live in is a character. The place they live in is a character, kind of like a Starship Enterprise or Gotham City type of vibe. And I definitely want to hammer that home, and I think we did in this one. So this first book is my first adventure, is my first venture into this. So I'm kind of learning as I go, but Luke is definitely helping me along the way. He's very experienced. He knows comics very well. I know comics, but I don't know comics the way he does.
Right.
And we're just going to get through it. And it's kind of a hobby. We're kind of treating it as a hobby. Like, we're just going to have fun with it. Because there are times on Discord we start, rah, 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 rah. It's like, okay, everybody back off, everybody cool down,
This thing keeps smudging. I don't know if I'm a fan of these liquid fine liner pens.
Gotta give it some time to dry.
Yeah. Well, normally my other ones, the Faber-Castells would be dry by now.
Definitely, themercenaryguild.com, and it'll take you to it. And sign up for the sign up list. It doesn't cost anything.
Hey, Rob, what's going on, bud?
What's up, Rob?
All right, guys, I got my good night sketch up. Good to talk to you. Good to meet y'all on the stream here. Thanks for having me on.
Anytime. Thanks for stopping by, Stat. We appreciate it, man. Always love
I
seeing
look
you.
forward to the morning sketch too. I'll be looking out for that.
Oh yeah, it'll be there. You guys have a great night.
I love
Bye.
what you're
Later,
doing.
Later, Stat.
Bye.
Ciao.
Let's make.
And I've been reading King Cryptid from Pete Samedi and Alterna.
Oh, he's in the
That's
snow.
pretty good.
That's looking cool. Oh,
And
with
I
the
just-
Batman shadow? That's cool.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I've got 1 minute left.
1 minute left? You're timing yourself?
Yeah, it was 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Go
he
ahead.
he set his timer.
Nice.
And
I
I
love
also
the
just got,
shadows.
I got Wraith the God #2 from Aaron
Oh,
LaPresse. I'm gonna read that this weekend, man. I got
Abra loves
tomorrow.
herself some Aaron LaPresti.
He is a talented individual.
He is.
Yeah,
I think one of the best. that we
Yeah,
have
I love
in
the
CG.
premise. I love the premise of his comic and everything in it. So I'm looking forward. That's tomorrow. I took tomorrow off, and I'm gonna read it.
Yeah,
Aaron
I
is
like how he did the kind of spiritual, religious element to it, but it's not very heavy-handed.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
not preachy. It's not
Yeah.
preachy at all. Yeah,
How long are those comics?
very, very solid. What 50, maybe 50 pages or under?
Something like that, but he included the bonus stories too, which were really
Yeah,
cool.
they're
So
pretty
you got little short stories of Garbage Man and was it Night Watch and Kit Carter and everything. I'm really looking forward to Kit Carter. That just looks really cool, kind of like
I
that
got back there.
Oh, there's my timer.
pulpy.
Yeah, I think what I got in the mail was again the same size. Probably be a 40-page read.
Yeah.
Oh,
it came
nice.
out
Look
good.
at
That looks
that.
great. I like
Nice
that.
job, Hockey.
There you go. 30 minutes.
Dude,
30
hockey's
minutes. Nice.
hockey's got skills, man.
I drew a
Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know how
Chicks
good
like
hockey
dudes
is.
with
No.
skills.
He's got skills.
Y'all don't know how good hockey is. I see stuff all the time, and it's ridiculous.
How's that, Fanta? Did that come out as you expected? Probably not.
Phantom, tell him it sucks and he should quit drawing.
Oh.
I don't need the competition, Abra.
okay.
So yeah, I did. I had you know those fortune things. I'll put the camera on again.
Oh, the little like for like kids. The kids. Let's do them as kids. Who do you have a crush on? Pick a
Yes.
color.
Oh, the little,
Yeah.
those things. I don't even know what they're called. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then it ended up being nature and alter ego and Batman. So
I like that.
so
It's almost like the Magic 8 Ball of comics.
yeah. Well, I like doing challenges. So that was what my channel was all about.
Yes.
Was challenges, and I thought, well, let's try something new. So I went with this.
That's great.
So.
That really takes me back to we used to okay, let's predict our future with this thing, you know. Pick a
Remember when you were
number.
kids and you could have fun with paper?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, it's like toys and paper.
Yeah.
And now everybody needs a screen.
Or how about a
Make
good
something
stick or a rock? You know, like we'd go out there, magic
Yeah,
wand or a sword
Hit your sister
or
with the
laser.
stick and throw a rock at your brother.
Throwing rocks at homeless people. Oh
We
wait,
would
what?
take,
Is that out loud? I'm sorry.
We would take we call them sand spurs down in Florida. I don't know what.
Oh, I think I know. Are they? Those
Yeah,
little
they're like
spiky
these
things?
really spiky kind of
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
And when the plant starts to get brown, they get really sharp and kind of hard and pointy. Well, we'd pick those
They
up and we'd throw them at each other, so they'd stick on your clothes or they get on your skin, and you're like, ah. Yeah, sand spur fights.
Oh, and by the way, to the chat and to you, if you want to look up that person, his name is Paul Varelans. It's Varelans. They always pronounced it wrong, but it's Varelans. And he was a San Jose State offensive lineman, and he was a pioneer in the UFC. And he died of COVID. He was 52.
Was he there when Dana White was there? Or?
No, actually, he was there before, and then he did some Brazilian and some Japanese fighting and things like that. So he was there during the Hoist Gracie.
Yeah, Hoist Gracie was just nuts.
Yeah, he was Shamrock, Gracie, Tank Abbott, Don Fry during those eras. Brian Johnston, who was a guy who also came from San Jose, who wrestled against our heavyweight and got his ass handed to him every time. Our heavyweight, Don Vigent, at my high school, just beat him every time. But he went in the UFC, and every time he went to the ground, he lost. Pretty much. So, again, jiu-jitsu was not widely trained at that time.
Yeah. How to defend against it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when Anderson Silva, oh my God, he got really cocky because he was just unbeatable.
He broke his leg. I can't watch that. I can't watch that.
Yeah, that's the
worst. Well, he was out there like showboating and had his hands down, and he got clocked. They took him out.
No, but there was one where he broke it, and that's a sign of steroid use when your bones get brittle.
Really?
Steroids do that shit to you. They brittle your bones. And I'm not saying he necessarily was, but I don't know.
It's an indicator. So
yeah,
yeah.
But yeah, the early days, because I got to go to UFC 4 when Paul fought.
Wow.
And it was in Casper, Wyoming, and there was this black guy who fought, and nobody saw him the rest of the show, and they wonder what happened. Well, Tank Abbott and some of his Aryan Brotherhood boys put him in an elevator and beat the shit out of him. I mean,
oh my God.
Yeah, shit like that happened, man. Because it's Casper, Wyoming. Like,
yeah, holy crap.
Tank was pure prison, man. I mean, like, and he was what he was. I don't know if he's still that way, but. Yeah, they put him in an elevator and beat the hell out of it. And this guy,
that's like American History X stuff.
Crazy. You know how much my friend got paid because he made it past the first round. He beat Cal Warsham in the first fight, and it was actually if you ever watch that movie Cable Guy, they show it. They show that fight on Cable Guy with Paul and Cal Warsham, and. He got paid. I think he walked away with maybe $3,000, and he got, again, you have 15 minutes between fights, so he got beat to hell. He had to fight. Yeah, after that, he fought Tank Abbott. He lost.
That's not even enough to cover your hospital bills. Afterwards.
Yeah, they fly you out, and you make like $3,000.
My God,
that was it. Yeah,
I missed when it was like. Yeah, the different camps with their different the Militich style fighting system, and they would make.
No, this was way before that.
Yeah,
but I felt like that was that when that was going on, it was almost like peak MMA for me because you had different guys it was still new, so people were trying to experiment.
Chuck Liddell,
American Top Team, and all that. Yeah, no, this was way before that. If you're like. He was from this trap fighting school, and so in his first fight, he must have swallowed 75 punches from Cal. I swear to God, and it's just all he did is hit him with an elbow and won the fight, but he took literally 75 punches in the head and body, and I'm like, okay, so that's trap fighting. That's not for me, homie.
I'd be worried about having dementia or Parkinson's or something after all that, in my older years.
It's gonna happen. I mean, you can look at Tito, and anytime that poor guy does reviews, you're like, oh my God, dude.
Tito or Chuck, what's his name? Chuck
Iceman Liddell.
Iceman, yeah. Iceman's fucked up.
Tito, man, he had that.
Dead, so I mean, he's dead, so he don't have to worry about it. They got a lot of women, though. I mean, seriously, wherever this, as soon as that happened, the night after, 2 days after, we went out to a club and he had his black eyes and shit. It's there were women all over the fucking place.
Dang.
Oh, you're the trap fighter guy. You're this. You're like, that was it, man.
I thought you were talking about the women fighters of today. I can't. There's something in my brain. I don't like watching two women fight like that.
I don't either.
Ugh.
I don't either.
It doesn't look
Dave,
right. It doesn't compute.
you're being covered up by your logo.
Oh, me? Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not important.
Oh yeah.
I'm not important.
Let's do this.
I didn't mean to turn this art stream into an MMA history, but I was kind of there from the beginning. You know, I used to train with I trained with Frank Shamrock.
Oh wow.
In San Jose, and so did Paul, and so I got to train with a lot of these people, and I did get to work with Gina Carano a little bit when she came here to town.
She at least had class. I like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And she was a
Rousey
sweetheart.
turned into
She was a great chick. You know, I mean, she was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything bad to say about her, but yeah, I live in San Jose, so the San Jose is kind of like a hot spot because it was where Strike Force was. So, and the UFC ended up buying Strike Force, but Frank Shamrock really was, and he had a kickboxing school a mile away from my house now called American Kickboxing, but it was Frank Shamrock's kickboxing school, and I went there and roll with some of those guys and stuff. But they still have AKA, and that's where, you know, there's a lot of people still out of there.
That's got to be so strange. He was his name was so well known for years and years, and I bet if you were to ask a young person today, I mean, unless they were, you know, part of the UFC today, they probably wouldn't even know him. All these huge names that, you know, were just huge.
And he really was the best who ever did it. And the thing is, his last name isn't Shamrock, and neither is Ken's. They were actually, they were either adopted or that was some like boarding school or some, like they were a foster type thing they went to, so they adopted that last name. So they're actually not brothers. Frank is actually Hispanic. So he has I can't remember his last name, but I feel embarrassed because I fought with the guy. But yeah, he has a Hispanic name. His real name, him and Chuck Shamrock, that's not their real last names.
Remember Matt Hughes? Like he was cool, and then he started training like in the Ultimate Fighter. He got really weird.
Yeah.
I think he got into a bad car accident. He's messed up now.
Really?
Well, I think it was a plane crash.
Or something.
I think it was a plane crash that he got into or something.
No, I don't think it was. It was more. I think it was a car
something
accident.
like
Some
that.
him being a dumbass, I think is what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's all messed up.
Yeah, who was the Hawaiian guy? He couldn't. Oh, BJ Penn. He
BJ
couldn't.
Penn,
beat,
that
yeah,
guy.
he had trouble beating him, and
And
he
George
had that.
St. Pierre.
Yeah, he had that spat with Saint Pierre, and
St. Pierre is like a freaking man. Once he got
he
going,
was just insane.
he was like a force of nature. I remember watching him fight Hughes, and he would kick one leg to get to the other leg.
Yeah,
He like would kick through one of the legs to kick his other leg and knock him over. Like I was
you'd
like,
see
holy.
the welts that would develop on their thighs and stuff. It was just horrendous, and their
Yeah, it's like
their calves.
He became like a force of nature, man. Like stuff would just fall into place for GSP. It was amazing. He's definitely one of the best.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the greats.
I just remember he was up there talking to Matt Hughes, and I think some of it was just he was trying to do for show, and he's just up there. He's like, "I am not impressed with your performance," and Matt Hughes got all pissed off, and he's like, "It was just meant, as banter that you're."
Well, the first time they fought, Matt Hughes won.
Yeah.
He did outdo him on the ground, and that's what did it. But then they fought again. It's different. And BJ Penn was always hot and cold because if BJ Penn, you could tell if he had trouble making weight because he kind of, but if he trained really hard and really focused, you were in for but if he kind of half-assed it, which he kind of did, at least that was his reputation, boy, he was beatable. It just really, you didn't know what BJ Penn you were going to get.
Yeah.
When
he was great.
He was on, you know.
Yeah.
But when he wasn't, he was, it was either.
You'd think
red hot or
that's
ice
something
cold.
you wouldn't want to half-ass, is like when you're going to get in the ring with somebody that could really just hurt you. Why half-ass it?
You know what? Sometimes it's fear is a great motivator.
Yeah.
And if you're not afraid, you're not going to train that hard.
Yeah.
If you want to get your ass beat.
he grew up I think he had like 5 brothers, and he grew up in a neighborhood that was really rough in Hawaii. So he got into fights all the time. So he just didn't care. Like, it's just a fight, I'm going to kick this guy's ass and whatever. And that's just how he lived his life. And he would bloat up to 200 pounds. And he'd have to cut.
Remember when Brock Lesnar came over? Everyone thought he was just going to be this huge, like, Goliath beast. And then he got beat by Frank Mir, yeah.
Well, it's hard to shut their pro wrestling off. You know what I mean?
He still won. I mean, he did beat Randy Couture. And Randy Couture is like one of the all-time great. I mean, he's Captain America. And... really.
He's already, what, 40?
Yeah, he was 42.
Already.
Yeah, he was in his 40s.
Yeah, he wasn't in his prime.
Yeah, but I mean, he had a better career than fucking CJ Punk or whatever, or CM Punk or whatever. Like, he won some fights, lost a few, and
well, he was
whatever.
champion at least, and he came from a wrestling background, which made sense.
Yeah, I mean, University of Minnesota, that's no
just
slouch.
He's just a pro wrestler. He has nothing. He has no background. He has no nothing. He's not like because I grew up in Chicago and I hung out with indie guys and stuff who knew him and grew up with him and stuff like that. They're like, yeah, he's not a fighter, dude. He's like the first guy that will not get into a fucking fight.
I always wondered what would have happened if Jason David Frank, the Green Power Ranger, had been able to get into the UFC.
Yeah, because he was doing a bunch of fights, wasn't he?
He but not with the UFC. It was like some different league or.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, but he still had more than CM Punk, man.
Yeah.
CM Punk never got his ass beat, bro. I was like, man, wow. What an embarrassment. Shit.
I mean, I think the Bellator fighters are on par with the UFC fighters. And they used to have, years back in the days of Pride, they used to have crossovers. So they would have Rampage. Yeah.
Oh, Rampage. Yeah, I remember Rampage.
They would have Rampage fight Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
In a Pride, and he would beat Chuck Liddell. I mean, Rampage pretty much owned. Liddell.
Those are still the glory days, man. I love Pride was on. You had Sakuraba fighting the Gracies, man.
Arlovsky. I used to like watching Arlovsky.
Yeah. Fedor just murking fools. Boss Rutan giving the play-by-plays, half drunk. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Good times. Miss those days. Pride was dope. Pride was my favorite.
Yeah. Well, they didn't have the cage to work off of, so you can't just pin somebody up against a cage and then...
You could also kick them on the floor. If they're on the floor, you could soccer kick them in the face.
Yeah.
So they didn't have the rules either. I was like, dude, what? Rampage used to just drop dudes on their head and shit.
He played Mr. T's character, B.A. Baracus, in that A-Team movie.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
It wasn't a bad movie. I liked it.
It was okay, yeah. I didn't really have high expectations for that when I watched it, but I was pleasantly surprised.
It was a good movie.
Yeah, there was a good cast, I will say.
Yeah. What happened to the one guy? He was so popular for a while from, what was it, District
9.
Yeah. Sharko Copley or whatever his name was.
Yeah, I think he's probably... Because he was the robot in Chappie, and so I think he's in all of Neil Blomkamp's films. So, but other than that, yeah, you don't see him in anything else.
I always hoped they would have done something more with District 9, but it just never happened.
Everyone's asking for it. Yeah.
Maybe not the found footage kind of format, but you know, something that would complement it would be nice.
Well, now they probably ruin it now.
Yeah, that's true. Make it.
I mean,
he was supposed to take over Alien.
Yep.
And then he had like concept sketches, and he was gonna like
they were gonna
retcon 3, and they were gonna have Ripley in it with Hicks, and it was gonna take place after 2.
Yep.
And he had concept art, and he had them drawn up, and he was like doing something that was like man, it looked cool. It was like almost like Alien with like almost like Alien with like the Guyver. Like they had like like Ripley with like crazy bio armor on and shit. That was like it was like half alien or something. Like it looked really cool. And then I think when Ridley Scott said he wanted to come back and do Prometheus, they came.
Oh, it was so boring.
Oh god,
it was terrible.
I'm not saying that they had to make the new movie a complete action movie like Aliens, but you know, it was just so
make the
slow.
characters be intelligent.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah, you have the map guy get lost. I'm like, what? I'm out. The map dude. I don't know where I'm going. It's like, let's run straight instead of jumping to the side.
I'm trying to get on a stream with Chris Gore so I can, because so Chris Gore recommended the 6-hour version of Prometheus DVD because it has like 4 hours telling you why the characters are so stupid. And I've always wanted to challenge him on that because I do like, if I didn't like your 2-hour movie, what the fuck?
Yeah, why do I need you to explain to me why I should like it?
Yeah, so if I ever get on a stream with that guy, I that's exactly what I'm going to take him to task on. I remember you on TV Tuesday on G4.
Oh, yeah.
And blah, blah, blah. I'm going to just let him have it.
Do you watch his YouTube channel, Film
Club? Yeah. No, I watch Nerdrotic and all those guys, so... Yeah, I you know, when I'm promoting this comic, hopefully I can get on one of those streams. But I am going to bring that up because Zack Snyder's trying to do the same thing with Rebel Moon. Like, he just came out with his Rebel Moon and nobody really likes it. He's like, "Well, wait for the director's cut."
Oh my
and
god!
You want to give me? Expect me to give you more time? You out your damn mind?
Yeah.
My life's too short. Sorry.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's going to be R-rated, so it's like.
Whoop-de-doo.
All right, dude. Like a 2-hour movie into a 3-hour movie with porn. I mean, I don't know. Like.
I heard it was just too derivative of everything else. You know, like Star Wars.
Battle Beyond the Stars and all. Like, it just didn't mesh.
Yeah, entertainment in general today is just very disappointing. Like, where's the creativity?
Because we have shitty writers.
Yeah,
they're the one. I mean, so I'm writing a comic, and it's gonna
blame the writers. It's all their fault.
I did see a movie that was. I'm not going to say it was the best movie in the world, but it was unique. It was Nicolas Cage's, I guess, one of his most recent movies, Dream Scenario. The concept was so weird, but I liked it, and it was fresh. The ending kind of fell a little flat. It was kind of weird, but on the whole, I really enjoyed the movie. And my husband liked it too. He doesn't usually like kind of weird, mind twisted stuff like that, but he actually enjoyed that one. And it was original.
I thought you were going to say, was it the unmitigated talent or whatever?
Yeah, the unbearable weight of massive talent or something.
Yeah.
I actually love that movie. I had so much fun watching that.
That one was funny too. He's kind of like oh my god, what's his name? I'm dying. Bruce Willis, in a way that he'll just take any script he gets. It's like he's just trying to, pack away all the money he can. I'm hoping he doesn't have early sign dementia like Bruce Willis or something.
Yeah. What I heard is that he went into financial problems and he had to take anything he could get. So, That's what I heard. I don't know
I
how
think
true it
those are behind him, but yeah, he wasn't paying taxes basically.
Oh, he did a Wesley Snipes, huh?
Yeah, kind of like that. But it was in the early 2000s. I think he got past that, and
Yeah,
now I
and
think he's in on the meme, and he's like he knows the meme of himself, and so he's just leaning into it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what he does. Like he leans into it. And he doesn't let his ego get in the way. And for the most part, I don't think he phones it in. You know, he at least seems to try a little bit, even for these movies that you know are gonna kind of be stinkers.
I think he's just an actor, you know. I think he just likes to make movies.
He
Yeah.
enjoys acting.
I can respect
Whatever
that.
Yeah, it's respect for that. You know?
If don't watch the color. Is it the Color Out from Outer Space that he was in? It was absolutely horrid.
Oh my god.
So based on the H.P. Lovecraft story, of course, but it was really dull. It was just stupid. So, or you can watch it. You can watch it as a, you know, if you like watching B grade.
If you're high,
Yeah, for fun.
yeah, like
It wasn't very
because like if I'm at a certain state of mind, I can watch Batman or Robin and laugh my freaking ass off, you know, because every pun lands. It's like, kick some ice.
Everyone chill.
Shit, I'm laughing. Like, oh, make it stop.
It's really bad.
Yeah, but if you're sober, then it's just terrible.
If you watch that one as like, because I think I sat down and watched it not too long ago. If you watch it like you're watching the '60s Batman,
Yeah. I
Then
can
it's
kind of
okay.
appreciate it under that.
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Just imagine you're
mindset.
watching a new '60s Batman movie with like modern effects, and
Well,
then it's
that-
like, yeah, okay, this is totally.
That's what is it Joe Schumacher? Joe, is that his name?
Yeah. Yep.
So that's what he wanted to do. He loved the Adam West stuff, and he wanted to turn this, you know, dark and gritty thing into the old Batman. And yeah, he did that to two of them, and then they made no more.
I could respect that, but I don't think he went far enough. If that was what he was trying to do, he needed to like separate himself from the Tim Burton ones, I think, and not kind of keep that same kind of feeling in terms of the aesthetic and everything.
Yeah.
Yes. So he should have yes, he should have done that, but then he didn't, and he kept it in the same universe, I guess.
Yeah, the same Gotham. You know, because
you had the same Commissioner Gordon. You had the same Alfred.
They had the same Alfred in all of them.
Yeah.
And basically the same, because Tim Burton did a great job in '89 Batman of creating Gotham as a character.
Yeah.
You know, and you got that feel of it. I don't know if they, anyways, and he kind of kept that same Gotham, and with that Gotham, it just the zany bullshit doesn't quite pull off as well.
Right, because it's supposed to be kind of like this dark, gritty, just really hard, crime-ridden Gotham City, and then he's just being like, "Yeah, chill, everybody."
Yeah, chill, kick some ice, you know, whatever. God, Poison Ivy had a shitload of fun. I got to get high again and watch it, and then I can really let you in. But
I'll have to go back and give it a watch. I haven't seen it in probably 20-something years, so it's been a minute.
I think it is the punniest movie ever created.
Yeah.
Like, there's more puns in it than I've ever heard.
Yeah, Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, and all the plant puns and all the bat puns and all the
Don't leave home without it.
They should have just did a '60s one. Is what they should have did.
That would have been cool.
Just like, here's in the '60s, make it a timepiece, you know, a period piece. And
maybe they should go back and do that. That might be interesting. Like maybe not have it so full on campy, but have it in that '60s time period. That could be fun.
That's why I think they should do it like Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah.
Angela, the stat leave? Yeah, stat. Stat left maybe about 20 minutes ago. 15, 10, something like that. Yeah, he left. He told me he was
Good
just
to
going to
see
stop
you,
by
though,
for a little
Angela.
bit too. This is kind of a little late for him, so I'm glad he was able to just come on by and hang out.
I like watching the art pieces come along. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, we gotta do more prompts. I haven't done prompts in a while. Usually I'll have, sometimes we'll get together and we'll have Hockey use his Jazza app, and then we'll do a prompt, and then sometimes we'll combine them, and just be a random thing.
That's cool. Do you guys have to use anything for reference, or have you drawn what you typically draw so often that it's just kind of second nature?
Depends.
Yeah.
So, like a pose, a lot of times I might just go, I don't know how to do that hand or that pose or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What was it the other day? I had to bring up reference because I was going, I don't know how to draw this. I can't think of what it was. Oh, it was a bra. That's right. It was this
Oh, the
lady's
bra.
I was going, I don't often draw bras. So.
It makes sense, yeah.
So yeah, I'm going. How are they shaped? You know, where are the lines? Where's the things? So yeah,
You could have some of the cleavage kind of push it, like maybe it's a push-up bra kind of thing.
so
Yeah, Aber wants more boobs.
Or boobs.
More boobs.
They come in handy sometimes.
Absolutely. Bring in that male audience.
well, she's
Let the mainstream have
underwear.
the others.
twice,
Yeah, right.
she's in her underwear twice in this comic, but she is naked in one scene.
Ooh la la.
Hooray! Is that the dress?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah,
But you may be disappointed when you see her naked, though. Not that she's unattractive. It's just that you'll be disappointed you won't see anything. So.
Yeah, that's fine. Sometimes
Do you
the best stuff
prefer
is
to
less
draw
than that.
guys over women, or vice versa, or is it just kind of like one half dozen is the same as the other?
Me, I think I enjoy drawing women more. So, yeah.
For me, they're just hard. Like I have to practice, and I'm not doing myself any favors drawing cartoons all the time.
Yeah.
But it's like I was doing girls pretty good there for a second when I was like really working at it. It's just I'm so used to drawing guys but their structure's totally different, so I can never get proportions right. So it's something that I really have to work at. So I'm kind of being bad and falling into bad habits by not drawing girls too much.
Disney used to know how to draw female characters, like with their princesses and everything.
Yeah,
And
that's
Ariel and Jasmine and Belle, but yeah, now they're just, I don't know.
Yeah, big old jaw.
Not that I've seen Wish, but it looks like their latest character looks like the last 5 characters that they've had.
Yeah.
So
I think
Just like
Wish
a very
was
kind
drawn-
of ethnically generic kind of thing, where it
think
could
was
represent
written by-
any of like 5 different backgrounds.
Yeah, people think people who saw it, they're like, dude, I feel like it was written by AI. Like, they feel like it was like so weird. It's supposed to be like the When You Wish Upon a Star.
Yeah,
song.
that's what they said. It was celebrating the 100th anniversary of Disney, but it really fell flat for a lot of people, is what I heard. And the they were talking about, you were talking about Chris Gore earlier, the guy that he reviews with, Alan Ing. He was like, the animation was terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe they were using AI or something to animate, but
Yeah,
so
it's-
sad.
They're weird, and I just can't believe that you're doing your 100th anniversary
Yeah.
and you don't do a Mickey Mouse movie.
Well, they might as well just bust Disney's head out of cryo
Hey, look,
and just kill him.
They're trying to destroy. I mean, they are being funded, and it's just push the message. Push the message. Don't matter what your losses are. We are going to take care of you. Some other entity. Forget it. All your favorite franchises are dead.
Oh, what hurt me was Doctor Who. When
it's
that
gone.
just I like Doctor Who when you would get beaten up for liking Doctor Who.
Yeah, I like Doctor Who, and as a kid, Tom
Yeah.
Baker. I used to watch it on PBS.
That's what I grew up to. I was, I think 9 or 10, and we watched it on PBS. My mom showed it to me, and I was like,
young.
"Whoa, yeah."
I look like shit.
Aw, I moisturize a lot. It helps.
I got like one eye, and I look like shit. These years have been hard on me. But yeah, Doctor Who or Star Wars or comic. I used to go to high school with some guys, and I played football and wrestled and stuff, but I also collected comics. But I would see guys in the comic store, and we just look at each other like, we're not going to talk about this.
Yeah, it's like you had a code.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about this. Like one guy, he rode it's like, I'll give you a ride home. He rode his bike to the store like 6 miles.
Whoa.
And I just got my driver's license. I said, I'll put your bike in the trunk. Like, I'll drive you home. But don't say shit to anybody at school that you saw me here.
I used to record the shows as they would air on PBS, and I would try to get my friends into it, and they were just like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" I'm like, "Don't you see the charm?" But I would wear, when I was in middle school, I got a because I used to go to the conventions. I was part of a fan club called the Guardians of Gallifrey out of Orlando, Florida. Yeah, I was a huge dork.
You nerd.
I nerds. But I had a TARDIS key on a necklace, and I used to wear that to school. I was like, yes, But yeah, huge nerd. But they killed it for me.
A friend of mine, he got me a button. He went to a convention. He got me a button of Tom Baker doing some, weird thing with his hands, with his eyes all bulging. And I used to wear it, and people were like, "What's that?" I think it's Doctor Who. They said, they used to say it looks like Doctor, and I'll use the F word for homosexual.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I'm not wearing that button because I literally had to fight, that day.
Oh my God.
Wearing that button, it was ridiculous.
Kids are cruel,
Yeah, and
I went to the
grade.
The 30th anniversary in Chicago. They used to have a convention every Thanksgiving weekend in Chicago, and I went to several of those. But it was cool. I got to meet Tom Baker wasn't doing the conventions, unfortunately, at that time, but they had John Nathan Turner there, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, Sophie Aldred.
Peter Davison was the guy that took after
Tom Baker,
right? Right. He was on All Creatures Great and Small.
Yeah.
Oh God! See, this is how nerdy this shit gets.
I had a huge crush on him. I met him in the elevator and cornered him. I busted out my camera and I'm like all up in his face. And I was like, "Oh, it's you!" And I'm like, "Can I take a picture? Can I take a picture?" And he's just like, "Okay." And it's
he was more handsome than Tom Baker.
Yeah, a little bit. But he had British going on. No offense to British, but
Wow.
I love British. Oh God, but yeah, it was fun times. I miss those days.
Yeah, I remember we used to play Magic the Gathering at freaking.
Now a bunch of people just took it over and said, "We're gonna fix it." It was like, it didn't need fixing.
Yeah, I feel like Edward Norton in Fight Club when he's would go to all the therapy sessions and he goes up to Marla and he's like, "You tourist, I need this."
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's actually really good. Yeah.
It is a shame. I fell in love with Doctor Who. I watched it when I was a kid, obviously, growing up. But then when it came back, I fell in love with it again. And then
it was good.
It was so good.
It was mainstream.
And bloody David Tennant is my favorite Doctor.
Yeah, and then they cucked him so bad in these specials.
Yeah.
So sad.
I've refused to watch it.
Don't.
That's it. I haven't watched anything.
It'll just crush your soul, and that's what they want to do to you. So
I think
don't.
I wasn't a fan of. Oh goodness, who was
Peter
after
Capaldi? Matt Smith.
Matt Smith?
After Matt Smith.
Oh,
Peter Capaldi.
Capaldi.
Peter Capaldi. So I thought he was going to be a great doctor.
I
but
thought
the
so
writing
too.
was terrible. Like, the stories were really bad.
Well, they
And he-
started getting bad at the end of Matt Smith's.
They
You
did.
could see the quality declining, and then
Yeah.
I don't think Capaldi had a lot to work with. He did the best he could, but
Yeah,
Yeah, for what he had, I thought he was a good doctor for
Yeah.
what material he had to work with. Like, he
And
could have
then-
been a great doctor if the script
Mm-hmm.
was right.
And then I watched the first season of Jodie's, and oh my god, it was such a struggle. And
It's
I think
pure
we may
crime.
have watched the first episode of season 2 and just going, no, I'm done.
I noped out after episode. Well, I didn't even finish episode 2 of Jodie's first season. I watched, her debut episode. I was like, eh. And then I started watching episode 2, and I said, this is not Doctor Who. This is I don't even know what this is. So
and the thing is that because I assume you're a woman, you look like one.
yeah, last I checked,
So-
I think
So this is who they're trying to cater to.
that was a mistake in my opinion.
You know?
I never felt the Doctor should have been a woman. I mean, because make the Doctor, like a butterfly for. I mean, if you want to show that he can be anything, why?
Yeah.
But I have no problem with Judy Gatwa actually, but I think he would have been better than Jodie Whittaker. But everything is so message driven now. It's all about the agenda. That the story is not even there anymore. Freaking
killing
goblins
her. Killing
singing
her.
about eating babies. It's like, what the hell is this? Goblins in Doctor Who period is dumb. Like they should be robots or some weird aliens or something.
Yeah.
Well, what in the Jodie Whittaker one where they started to going, oh, let's put in Rosa Parks.
Oh,
And then-
freaking goodness.
Yeah, and then they did the war between India and Pakistan. I was
Mhm.
going, what? Why does this? This is just stupid. So
If
Like,
they
we
wanted to
don't
do
need
that,
to
like,
freaking-
don't be heavy-handed. Do something like, the Khalids and, the race that they were fighting. Just make it like the Daleks against, somebody else. We don't need to see real human problems. We're trying to escape our real human problems. Don't be heavy-handed with your messaging.
yeah, that's the issue is that they
Yeah.
they just put it like if you want to do that story like Rosa Parks,
Mm-hmm.
maybe do it as an alien in a different world.
Yeah, you remember Star Trek, how they did that episode where one guy was black and white and the other guy was
Yes,
black and
yes.
white this way? And, I mean, that was creative. You could
Yeah.
get behind the message of that. And what they're doing now is just, it's so force-fed. I can't stand it.
Mm-hmm.
And,
It's like the
so,
agenda is just killing the art.
Yeah,
Killing
it
the
really
art,
is.
honestly.
And it's making the children insane.
And that's
Yeah.
on purpose.
Yeah.
That is all on purpose.
Yeah, well, because
That
when
is
we're
by-
fighting...
That is not by like, oh, we made a mistake.
Yeah.
No, they are going to push this until they drive it off a cliff. So, to Doctor Who fans, Marvel Comics fans, DC fans, Star Wars fans, Star Wars, blah, 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 just give it up, man. It's over. They took control and they hate you.
Yeah, that's what sucks.
Mhm.
What really hurts is hearing the actors of stuff that I grew up loving and hearing that they hate me because I think differently from them.
yeah.
Although I've always treated people with the golden rule, it doesn't matter, because I have a
Of
different
course.
mindset. I'm automatically evil,
Mhm.
You bigot.
I know. You phobe.
Well, it's one of the reasons I started writing Mercenary Guild. It wasn't to get published. I just wrote to write. Just in
Yeah.
that escapism. Just open up a Word document and I drew on my own like role-playing game experiences and characters that I either played or knew. And I just started writing an adventure. And that escapism that Hollywood and the comic book industry can't give me, and they won't give me, and they're not going to give this up. This isn't going to be, well, someday the woke will end. No, it's going into the toilet all the way.
Well, I mean, that's why they're going after the children, because you get them that young, and their mindset is altered. So
they're playing the long game, and they're being funded, and that's fine. But then I started writing, and then I just put it out there to a publisher, and Shattermere Comics, he loved it. And,
nice.
And we're making it into a comic, I have a background of writing, even though my profession is I work for a law firm, so.
Oh God, you probably see a lot.
Yeah, I do. But the thing is that to all the people out there who feel despair about this, you can open up a Word document, and I suggest you just come up with a character that you thought up, or maybe something you played in an MMO or something like that, and start writing about them. And you'll find that the escapism that they can't give you is right there at your fingertips whenever you want it, and you don't need them anymore.
I feel like a lot of my imagination has just been stunted. Just I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's all the junk that's out there, distractions from TV and this and that. I missed that when I was a kid. Like we were saying earlier, with sticks and stones and just playing in the yard. I mean, you could think of 1,000 different, things that this stick could be. But God, I mean, you tell me to write like a paragraph about something, and I would just be like, I don't know.
Well, just start, you can start, and I always tell people start with a character, because everything to me is character driven, not so much plot.
Right. Just think about how they would be living their life, or what they would do.
Where do they live? They live in your hometown? Okay, your hometown. Talk about it. Who are their parents? Who are their family? Who's this? What do they look like? What can they do?
I saw a funny thing the other day. I watch writing channels every now and then, and they said, he goes, what you do with your characters, you create your character, put it up a tree, throw stones at it, and then see what happens.
Gets hit in the eye and goes, ow! It falls down out of the tree.
I feel bad for a lot of these young people that are consuming this modern stuff.
Yeah, it's
just for the fact that I feel like they're teaching them that if someone doesn't look like you or come from your background, then you can't relate to them, and it's socially stunting young people.
It is.
Makes no sense.
Well, somehow I was able to relate to animated cat-human hybrids in the 80s by watching the Thundercats, or
you're not a
mutant turtles.
Not a cat-human hybrid?
No.
Go out right now and watch Godzilla -1.
Yes,
which is all Japanese, and it's totally relatable. And I'm not Japanese. I don't speak Japanese, and yet I can relate to the characters.
Yeah, very much so.
I think I'm turning Japanese.
Or Train to Busan.
That was such a terrific movie. Wow.
So this whole idea you have to see yourself in something is ridiculous and narcissistic, and
very much so.
And the thing about this messaging is that what I see from a lot of the returns and comic shop and the way people are gravitating towards manga is that the message is being rejected. It's being rejected, and by young people. Young people don't give a shit about Star Wars. They care about Fortnite.
Yep.
Yeah.
They don't care, and they cared. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
They cared about that. They don't care about Star Wars. A lot of kids will say, "That's your thing, Dad."
Dang.
Yeah. And that is a real issue. I don't know why they want to get rid of the old fans. And you see that in everything. These are the people.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't, business wise, it doesn't make sense. Yes, you want to introduce a new audience, but why would you want to get rid of your old audience?
Because they do want to get rid of you. They absolutely do want to hurt you because they're being funded.
Yeah, they'll eventually just to be turned into Soylent Green.
They're being
It'll just
funded
have the-
by Klaus Schwab and the CCP and all this other stuff. And I get tinfoil hat
Business-wise, it
time.
makes no sense. Like,
Well, they need to reduce the world population by about 90%, according to Bill Gates. So, I mean, crazy.
So you have like the ultra elites, and yeah, they'll have layoffs and stuff, but it's not Kathleen Kennedy. She's not going to ever experience any hardships. She's good. Bob Iger's good. All these people are good. Tom Brevoort is good. You know, so it's the people under them who follow their doctrine who are the ones who are going to get laid off. Or just like we're seeing at Google right now, 20,000 more people are being laid off, you know, right now. Facebook is laid, you know, I live in Silicon Valley. I'm seeing this.
They're getting rid of all the useful idiots, I guess.
Exactly. all the HR and DEI and all. If you're a programmer, you're fine. You know.
Well, what about, I mean, eventually, I guess AI is going to be doing all the programming and everything too. So, I mean, what do they see happening to the workforce? Are we all just going to be on a living wage or something? Or what do they call that?
Well, by 2030, you'll own nothing. And,
Well, yeah.
you know,
It's going to be like that Black Mirror episode where you live in a box and tells you when to get up, when to exercise.
and they're going to feed you your entertainment. So,
Yeah.
so us independent people are going to be cast out. In fact, everybody independent is considered alt-right.
Well, I'll probably be tossed in an oven, I'm sure. So, I mean, I guess I won't be there for that.
Abra souffle.
Yeah.
You probably will be in the best position then. You won't. have to
Anyway,
worry
I
about
won't have to experience it.
it. Yes.
Soylent Green is people.
I, for one, welcome our AI.
But that
overlord,
is, for
Kelsey
people saying, like, I used to hear
and robotic
was
fish.
it Yellow Flash saying, if we go to this movie and not this movie, that'll teach them a lesson. No.
It doesn't.
No, there is no lessons to be taught. They're going to push this shit. And maybe they'll put out a Top Gun Maverick just to fund more shitty Star Trek or whatever. You know, they know what they're doing, and it is a concerted effort. They are destroying our culture, and they have the power, and they have the ability, and they're doing it. So, to everybody, I walked away in 2017.
Yeah.
I mourned everything. I mourned Star Wars. I mourned Marvel Comics, but I didn't even go see No Way Home because I don't give it. At that point in time, I didn't give a shit.
Yeah, you dipped out kind of early from most
I dipped
people.
out because I could see it on the wall. The last movie I went to was Logan.
Oh,
And
wow.
I could see it.
That's a
I
good
could
movie.
see
Yeah.
it's a good movie, but I could see the writing on the wall, how they had like fat kids who were mutants. And
Oh man, that bothered me in Deadpool. That one kid. He took me out of the movie.
too. Yeah, and it's like okay, I can
But I
see.
like that actor, the New
Yeah,
Zealand actor. I like him.
He was funny, but he didn't work for me as a villain.
He was an odd villain. Yeah.
Yeah, just very strange.
He was really good in Wilderness. What is it? What the Wilderness people? Oh
Wilderness.
goodness!
Oh, the
Like the TV
kids
film.
book movie.
I think the only show I've watched, I actually did sub to Netflix to watch Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
I actually enjoy that. So
Reacher's
even though
good.
it does- yeah,
Reacher is pretty good, yeah.
I've heard a lot. I haven't watched it yet. But
Oh,
I
Abra,
have
you got to
check it
watch
out.
Reacher. They're on like season 2, episode 4 or 5 right now. So
Nice.
Yeah,
That guy's
It's
awesome.
good.
I really enjoyed the first movie with Tom Cruise. I mean, it was a little hokey, but it was
Well,
fun.
the
no, you
Reacher
enjoy
series.
this a lot more. Yeah,
The Reacher series, from what I hear, is more accurate to the book, and it's actually how Reacher really is.
I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, he's not supposed to
he's
be a
actually
small guy.
he's a big yoked
He's a
up.
big
He's a
fucking
big dude. Visually, you will like Reacher.
Nice.
It's more realistic. Like you
I'll
can
give it a whirl then.
like Tom Cruise cleaning the house with like 5 guys doesn't seem, but this guy, yeah, I can see him fighting 5 guys and taking everybody out.
It's
They cast him as something. I love
Oh,
it.
I
They
can't
cast him
think of
as
the
something
actor's
good,
name.
like some kind of superhero. Like the guy looks like a, like a real fucking superhero.
Well,
like,
he was Hawkman, I think, in Teen
he was
Titans.
Hawk in
Hawk,
Titans.
that's it. Yeah, Titans.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was Hawk in Titans. I think he was Raphael in the Michael Bay Ninja Turtle movies too.
Wasn't he also in Aquaman briefly?
I don't know.
Idea.
Hmm.
He's fucking huge, man.
He's huge.
Yeah, I've seen
a
like
big
the
one.
advertisements for it on when you go through Prime.
Yeah.
Did you see where they're going to start showing commercials for the lower tier Prime subscriptions?
No.
Yeah.
They just
they're
sent
gonna
out
make-
an email saying that they were going to start doing that. If you want to not have commercials, you have to spend an extra, I think, like $40 or $50 a year.
Oh, jeez.
See, and that's when I dipped out of. So I had like a Netflix. I just got the 480p at $10 a month, which
Yeah.
I don't care about definition. I just want to see the damn show because I'm visually impaired. But then they said, well, we have these two plans. It's 15 or something a month, or $6.99 with commercials, and I'm like, none of those seem appealing to me. I'm out.
Yeah. I'm to the point because my husband, he kind of grew up with TiVo and everything, so he still clings to that. So we never watch commercials. So whenever I'm put in a situation where I have to watch a commercial, it's like hell on earth.
Yep.
I'm like, make it stop.
Yeah, we have quite a few streaming platforms because my mom watches them, and like I watch them sometimes. So I would probably do it without commercials because I know she's not going to want to watch the commercials. So it is what it is. But and that's the thing they know.
But I was looking at how much I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's okay, man. You're looking at what?
I didn't know, like, when I looked at how much I actually watched Netflix, I'm like, Cobra Kai's really all I watched Squid King, a few movies here and there that sucked, and okay, I'm out. If Cobra Kai comes out, I'll sub for a month,
Yeah, and then drop
binge
out.
it, and drop out. That's it.
Well, the thing is, a lot of these streaming platforms fully well know a lot, people have canceled their cable and have just gone straight to streaming. So they can
It's turning into cable 2.0. What's going to happen is all these little individual streaming companies that don't make it, they're going to get purchased, and then they're just going to be like one big conglomerate like cable. It's like that episode of South Park with the Walmart. They have the small town store, and Walmart comes in and kills all the small town stuff. So then they are like, we're not going to go to Walmart anymore. So all the mom and pop stores, everyone goes there. But then it eventually turns into like a Walmart thing again because the mom and pop store grows.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. They know what they're doing. They're not stupid.
I mean, again,
more and more
Netflix,
people
but
are
once in
doing
a while, they would have like a Korean show or movie or something else it would be cool, but now it's like,
Yeah.
I've seen it, and Witcher is still garbage. I don't think it's gonna make it, and
Not without Cavill.
no, you guys haven't turned a corner. You still don't get it, so I'm out. But good luck to you.
I don't know if I could get, just a way to watch all my old stuff again, without them altering it or changing something in it that's problematic. I'm fine with that. Just give me the old stuff. I'll watch like the movies from, the 40s, 50s and onward till I guess like 2000 and then.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like more and more people are going physical too. Like
Yeah, I have
been
noticed that.
I've been selling a lot of Blu-rays at my store. I've been selling a lot of vinyl records and stuff like that. People just want, especially like I've been getting in those Arrow video, like Mallrats on Blu-ray or like the Blob Collector's Edition. Like they've been coming in and then they go right back out. People scoop those ones up because they want to own it and they want to own it not altered. They want to own the original version that they saw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like
what
Splash, they covered the girl's butt with like something that's supposed to look like seaweed or hair or something.
Stupid.
Like, give me a break. Or Lilo and Stitch, they removed something because I guess Stitch jumps in the dryer and they didn't like that, so they they made it an oven or something dumb like that.
Yeah. Which is even worse.
Yeah, like, okay, let's get in the oven, kids. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's what I did for Christmas. I gave people DVDs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I just sent them like movies that I know they didn't have that I liked. A couple people, I gave them the collector's edition of what is that? What's that? Oh, fuck, I can't remember it. It's because I've had a few.
All right, think of an actor.
It's Sam Neill and John Carpenter's doing. What was it?
Is it Event
H.P.
Horizon?
Lovecraft.
No, I know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
Event Horizon was fun though.
No, but it was the H.P. Lovecraft with Sam Neill and John Carpenter's movie, 1996.
I know what you're talking. I can't remember the name, but yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
I had a huge collection of DVDs back in the day, but I moved so much I just couldn't haul them around anymore. I wish I still had them though.
We got a decent DVD collection, some Blu-ray too, and some 4K just because they came in the Blu-ray. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I've been collecting all like the animation stuff that I want. You know, the Disney stuff. I've been getting a lot of the Batman Brave and the Bold, you know, Justice League, the all the Bruce Timm stuff. Stuff I've been coming across, and when I see it, I scoop it up. So that way, at least I have it physically. You know, Superman, all that stuff. I got the DVD. I don't have the Blu-ray, but I got the DVD of all the Max Fleischer, Superman.
Oh, nice. I remember somebody got me a collection of those VHS tapes when I was a kid, but I didn't really appreciate them. Like all the old school Fleischer, Superman, and the old Bugs Bunny, like the really old Warner Brothers stuff. But I was just a stupid young kid, and I'm just like, well, this isn't the stuff from the 80s that I watched. Like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'd really appreciate it, but I don't know.
Yeah,
the foolishness of young people.
They're doing some really cool Fleischer restorations of the original negatives now in like 4K, or they're scanning them in 8K right now.
It's really beautiful. As an adult, I can really appreciate it, but I was just a dumbass back then.
I've heard most movies are going to be filmed in 8K, so they're not going to be able to do physical media.
They can.
They'll figure out something.
Yeah.
They can compress
it.
it.
Port it in 8K. They can just make it 4K.
Yeah, they can.
I remember way back when I used to work at Best Buy, late 1990s, and I remember a guy saying, "Oh, this is like a gig. You'll never need more than a gig," you know.
Yeah.
That's Mouth of Madness.
Mouth of Madness.
That's
now we're at 500 gigs.
Thank you, Rob. Rob, you should
terabytes.
Thank you, chat.
Yeah, thank you very much. I again, it's like, fuck, I watched that movie 3 times. Yeah, there it is. I had to relog into my Amazon account. What I said.
No.
Sorry, we're drawing and we don't see the chat very much.
Yeah,
Mouth of Madness. Yeah, I just watched a special on the Oswald the Lucky Rabbit set that I was given for Christmas, and they do a special on iWorks. And that guy like invented like the multi-plane animation where they like have like 3 glass cells to make it look like parallax scrolling.
Oh wow.
And he's the guy who drew Mickey Mouse. Like you're like, okay, we're gonna make a new mouse. Okay, he drew Oswald, and then something happened where they some guy from Universal took Oswald the Lucky Rabbit and all the animators. So then it just was like Walt Disney and iWorks, and they're like, okay, well, we got to make a new cartoon. So then they make Mickey Mouse, and iWorks is the guy who's drawing the early Mickey Mouse, like Steamboat Willie and all those super early ones. But he invents like all this sick technology. So like he invents the multi-plane like camera thing. He invents the way that they were doing the and even like in like the 30s they were doing where they were superimposing people with cartoons.
Oh wow.
And they have it's like an Alice series where they have a little girl and she's in like the cartoons. and they're like all black and white. So, but he also like worked on like the scene from Mary Poppins where they're in the animation thing.
That was so cool, where he's dancing with the penguins.
Penguins, yeah. Dope.
He did the special effects for the birds, like the first Birds movie, because they couldn't figure it out, and so they had live birds, and they just would like squawk and like run around, like they didn't do anything. So then, like him using that kind of like rotoscoping type special effects that they was used on like Mary Poppins and stuff, did the birds. So there was no way there was that many birds. Like he did the effects for the birds. Man, what like the guy like invented like all this shit for cinema using animation and camera tricks.
That's so cool.
Like the guy was freaking amazing. But it's like, dude, like I never even seen that thing. It's on like one of the features on the DVD set that I have.
You guys remember that Mickey Mouse game for the Wii? What was it, Epic Mickey?
Yeah.
Where you could meet up with Oswald and everything. That was really cool. You had the ink pot, and that was so cool.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand. Like for their 100th, they do Wish. I was like, dude, you guys should have did like Epic Mickey.
That
you guys should have
cool.
did something like that, which was cool because that's when they brought back all the Universal characters.
Yeah.
Which was hilarious. I guess they were like, all right, we want to work on this, like. So Disney goes to Universal. They're like, well, we want Oswald. We want the rights to Oswald. And they're like, okay, well, what would you give us? So like Disney traded like some sportscaster guy to like Universal to get the rights for Oswald and all the Oswald characters. So like Disney traded a real person for a cartoon. I think it's just fucking hilarious.
I bet that guy felt a little bit out of shape about that.
Like, oh, man.
This is what I'm worth to you.
I'm a real man.
I'm a real boy.
But there's like I want to say there's 8. I think there's like 8 Oswald cartoons that aren't fun, that are lost. That they don't know where they are. Like I have the book and they have like some scans of the thumbnails and some of the actual drawings, but none of the film.
I miss the hand-drawn animation.
Yeah,
Those days are gone.
that's what I like about the like with the Disney Plus. They have a thing where they talk to an animator, and the animator's drawing a character, and he's telling you about the character. Like they'll be telling you about the character and why it's
That's
like
cool.
one of their favorites. So they were talking to the guy who drew the genie from Aladdin. Like his job was to draw the genie, and they're talking to him, and he was talking about how cool it was for Moana. He hand drew the tattoo that the Rock would talk to.
Bless
He
you.
had to hand draw it and stuff. And so it's neat that stuff is still there. A lot of the stuff is still there. The concepts are still hand drawn. Some of the early stuff is still kind of hand drawn. I think it's gonna come back.
Because you have people who
It's coming
gave
back.
a shit. It's like with my comic. When I look at Luke, look at the art, and I talk to these guys. Dude, it just kills me, dude. Sometimes I'm in tears.
Wow.
It's something I wrote, and these guys are so fucking invested in it, and they give a shit.
And they're bringing it to life for you.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, some of these characters I've been thinking about for 20 years, and I see them on the page, and it's like I'm literally in fucking tears. Like, thank you. So even if this never sells, holy God, you made my son, because I don't have kids. Like,
Yeah, that's your legacy. That's what you're leaving behind. Yeah.
You made him come to life, and he looks perfect and is great. And thank you. And it's just people who give a shit, and that's what we don't have in entertainment. It's like if I worked at a cosmetic factory, shouldn't I know how to wear makeup?
You would think.
You would think, right? Or if I worked at a pizza place, shouldn't I know how to make a decent pizza and be passionate about pizza?
Yeah, that's kind of like the thing with AI art, isn't it? Like I'm not an artist, but just as a layman, I can look at it and it has no soul.
Oh,
like,
no, it doesn't.
I mean, it can look like it's beautiful, but it's like a gold encrusted turd or something.
Yep.
Like it just has no life, no soul.
It's like early 3D animation, and even now they're kind of like starting to break more rules with 3D animation. But it's like early 3D animation was so that it looked more realistic. But man, was it so stiff? It was so stiff and not even fun to freaking look at. And that's kind of like where AI, I feel, is. Is it
Yeah.
gonna be? Is it a tool to be used? Probably in the future. I think we could maybe do some neat stuff with it.
Yeah,
But,
sure.
I mean, I don't know, man. For all these people being like, they draw a stick figure, they hit the button, and then they get a rendered,
Oh,
rendered Frank Frazetta painting, and they're like, "Look what I did." It's like, dude, get the hell out of
You
here.
didn't?
Maybe normies might respect them, but you know what I mean. And maybe people, stupid corporate, dorks that don't know any better might respect it. But fellow artists would never respect it.
I think like deep down inside, even like a normie just knows there's something not quite right with it. Like it just doesn't feel right.
Mm-hmm. But hey, I feel like hand drawn is always going to be king. I don't
Yeah.
think you. I mean, look at anime. You know what I mean? It's like here, yeah, we're doing 3D stuff, but look at anime. Anime's all freaking hand drawn. They're not using 3D models. They're not, maybe for a building or maybe to do some stuff or maybe backgrounds. But a lot of times they're not using, 3D models unless it's something complicated like Goblin Slayer, where the main character he's so complicated that he's a 3D model and it makes sense. But you go and you watch a Studio Ghibli production, or you watch all these animes and stuff, My Hero Academia and things like that. They're hand drawn. They're all hand drawn.
My local theater has they're showing right now what the boy and the heron or something like the Huron.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but the trailer was just beautiful. Seemed really impressive.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Miyazaki's last one.
There's this guy at my local bar who's like a techie, and he's like, ugh. And he shows me this art of like frogs, and he used AI art. And he's like, AI is the way, man. Why don't you just write something up and I'll do it. And I said, dude, I'm in independent comics. I can't even fucking conceive of doing that. That's the death nail of me if I even dabble my toe in that shit. I said, you have no fucking idea, but I'll look at your art. Wow, it's a frog against the sky. Big fucking deal. What if I asked you to do a walking wolf, a one-eyed man, and a fucking half-elf casting spells in a pirate fight? Could you do that with AI art the way my artist has done it? I don't think you could.
Yeah, it's also
again, you have to have the action and the panels and the emotion, the emoting.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Luke does for me, is that you care about my characters just by the look on their face, man.
And then the human element too, that where there's going to be subtle human imperfections, but those imperfections are kind of like beauty in themselves. So the fact that it's not perfect makes it perfect. Sorry, what was that?
Check out my comic if you want imperfection.
Jeez, man. Get that tarp out.
It's it has a certain real art has a certain energy, and they might get that frog, and they might get it. It might look good. Can they do it again? That's the thing.
Yeah.
AI is a fluke. You get it, and once you get it, that's it. You can't. It's hard to replicate that style either.
See, these people think they can just plug in stuff into this AI and they get something out of it, and then that's the answer. And it's like, you don't understand that one of the problems with all of the movies, there's no soul in it.
Yeah.
Corporatism takes over. Even remove the woke, just remove it, and there's still no soul in a lot of this shit, because it's just a cash grab, and you can tell.
Kind of like with the current crop of superhero movies have all been kind of just very generic, lifeless cash grabs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm not going to do that with my comic. I'm just not going to. No, fuck you. I mean, you can do it all you want, but I want everything legit.
Mm-hmm. No, I hear you for sure.
I'm not using 3D models. I'm not recycling art. We're not tracing. It's going to be all original. And if it ain't that, then forget it. Because I'm going to pay like 15 freaking grand
Oof, yeah.
on art. And
It's not chump change.
Yeah, it ain't shit. And I want to be as good as I can. So if some asshole scrutinizes it, well, he's laying on the couch and it doesn't have crunches, or
my God.
I want to make sure that everything is pinpoint. It's like
You'll have to monetize the haters.
yeah, it's like I want to make sure that any trolls out there can look at this and go, all right.
Yeah, let's not even waste our time.
Yeah, this shit is tight.
Yeah.
You know, I understand the characters, the motivations, understand the villain. It's very simple. Maybe that'll be a troll. Whatever. I'm keeping it simple. You know, I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm just going back to the wheel. Because I think we've reinvented the wheel too many damn times where it's an oblong.
Yeah, the wheel has gotten wonky.
Yeah. We're driving crooked now, man.
Well, guys, I think I'm going to dip out. It's getting late here, my time, but
That sounds good. Actually, I'm probably going to wrap it up. Usually
yeah,
go
I had a
until,
really good time hanging out.
I go until 12 anyway, so I'm going actually 15 over.
How dare you?
Let's go ahead. We'll do the circle. We'll go ahead
All
and do the circle, and we'll bounce. We'll get out of here. Hockey, why don't we start with you, bud? Let's go ahead and show you what you're working on, and where can we find your stuff?
I'm working on one of my pages for Curiosities and Oddities Emporium, the dress, which you can sign up on Indiegogo if you wish. It is about a lady who buys an odd flapper dress in a like a kind of like a curiosity shop, you know, with knickknacks. When she puts the dress on, she is teleported to the 1920s.
Becomes a ninja.
And yeah, she's a bit scared at first. Eventually, she keeps going back, and then she discovers there was a murder that happened. And
Whoa.
she goes, and she sets her task out to solve the murder and save the victim.
All right.
It's looking
And where
great.
can we
Awesome.
find you online,
That
Hockey?
is awesome.
Ad hoc art. So,
All right. Morb, let's go ahead and talk about where can we find your stuff?
Find me. I put a link in the private chat where to sign up.
Yeah, I
for
posted it in the
Mercenary
chat.
Guild. And yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Morb357, just like you see. And yeah, if you sign up for the sign up list and back the comic, you get a free card. And I put a link up to Luke's channel where he actually inks it in a 6-minute video. He does a compression inking, and he shows you the complete card. So you can go to Death Metal Hero to see that card, but it doesn't cost you anything to sign up for the email list. And yeah, that's it.
Awesome. All right, Jason, where can we find your stuff? Pew.
What I did so far.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Dude,
His
that's
favorite's
tight.
Donatello, so I put him up front. So yeah, and then there's them in the background. You can find me there and Frog G and Absolute Ones per minute.
There you
Quick and concise.
go. Back Frog
good.
G. Aber, where can we
right.
find your stuff?
You can find me on YouTube, my reviews at Aber's 2 Cents. And I'm also on X/Twitter, former Twitter, at Aber's 2 Cents. So, yeah, come by. You can hear my my 2 cents on things for what it's worth. And mostly it's going to be just kind of raging against current crap.
That Black Riding Hood video was hilarious.
I will.
Thanks.
I will subscribe.
Oh, thank you. Thank you
Aber's
very
great.
much.
Definitely subscribe to that.
All right. You can find my stuff at mightybotstudio.com. You can follow me at Twitter, jbot_art. YouTube is at jbotart. I got a page 8 out of 12 done on the Bearzerker ash can. I'm looking to have that done around end of February. I'm hoping to have that in my hands. And then you're just going to message me if you want it. I'm probably going to do 100 to 150 copies of that first print run. It's going to be an ash can. I'm going to sign each of them. You're just going to PayPal me. I'm going to send it to you. and that's going to be the first and only printing that's going to have that cover. Big Boy Robo is doing the cover. I have the logo done by Matt Barr. After I get that out, then we're going to be looking at doing the Steamboat Willie. I'm going to be looking at doing the Steamboat Willie.
The Royal We.
Cartoon, which is going to be probably a 22, 26 page floppy with pages in the back that are going to have coloring so kids can color the book.
You got Matt Barr, huh?
So.
Yeah,
that's why I got to do it for real, because I paid to have the logo done. I want to thank everybody for coming and joining me. I want to thank the panel. I want to thank the chat. This is probably one of the best art departments we've had. We had such a good time. Thanks to Jason, thanks to Morp, thanks to Hockey, thanks Abra for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for letting me hang out.
Yeah. Thanks to Angela. Let's scroll up and see who else we had in there.
Rob,
Hockey, Hen was in here.
And,
Rob was here. Machi
Mr.
Chan,
Good
Fanta,
Stuff, Mrs.
Arthur
Good
Brown.
Stuff.
Absolutely, and
Fanta.
everybody,
This is good stuff.
belated Merry Christmas and a Happy
New Year.
And
Yeah.
thanks to Stat. Thanks to Stat Zero
Stato.
for coming by and hanging out with us too. That was
Everybody
hours
go
ago.
subscribe to Stato. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. Love you all. We'll catch y'all next time.
Peace.
All right, ciao.
I love you.
And where's my exit?
I love
Outro.
me too.